Happy Thursday, friends. How's it going? I'm back at it today with another top 5 free itch.io games of the week video. And hey, if this video is reaching you and you are not yet subscribed to our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upload. I spent this entire morning playing a ton of the top games of the day on itch.io, and I've finally boiled it down to the top 5. And later in the video, I'm going to be talking about a game where you have to die in order to succeed. So all of that is coming up. Let's jump into the video. Alright guys, before the video starts, I just want to mention we're on track to hit 200 subscribers, probably either today or tomorrow. I feel like that's a big milestone and I want to celebrate it, but I don't know what you guys want to see. So if you have any cool ideas for a 200 subscriber celebration, put them in the comments down below. Alright, let's jump straight into our number 5 spot. This is going to be a game called Stoneface by PK Honey Slope. This is a 2D puzzle platformer game, and in this game you must progress through a number of levels as a stone-faced box. Now for each level of this game there's a ball, and you must reach it with your box in order to unlock the door and proceed to the next level, but the ball can be in any number of locations, and in certain levels it's moving around, and with tons of fun game mechanics like portals, enemies, shooting, and platforming, this game is all around a ton of fun. This game is incredibly challenging, and as you know, I'm not exactly up for video game challenges all the time, so I didn't get too far in this game, but I had a ton of fun playing it, and if you're the type of person that likes 2D puzzle platformers, and you're looking for something new to try, this is absolutely the game for you. It's incredibly well developed, and kudos to the game developer for making an all-around great game. Alright, moving on to our number 4 spot, we have a game called Water Defense by Gregory Weber. Now this is a 2D arcade-style, wave-based game, no pun intended, and in this game you must defeat the enemies coming at you using water. Now, you have a hose attached and you can aim with your mouse, but you only have a limited amount of water, and the only way to recharge that supply is to retreat within the shield bubble in the center of the map. Now, when you do retreat to within the shield bubble, your water level does replenish, but it leaves you defenseless and super vulnerable to attack and damage. As you guys know on this level, I love a game that mixes skill-based gameplay and having to use your brain, and this game does that flawlessly. I think wave-based shooters like this have the tendency to get a little boring after a while, but this game keeps it super interesting with different types of enemies and a money-based upgrade system. If you're a fan of these wave-based shooters, or even if you've found them a little boring in the past, I'd highly recommend checking out Water Defense because it brings something really new to the genre. As always guys, all of these games are 100% free and the links will be in the description down below. Alright, moving on to our number 3 spot, we have a game called Mashy Deep by Mashikuli. Now this is another 2D shoot 'em up arcade style game, but this one is side scrolling and you have to make your way through different waves of enemies. Now as you kill enemies, there's a random chance of a power-up spawning, and the more power-ups you get, the more OP your bullet spread becomes. I had so much fun playing this game because the serene art style and the underwater theme, mixed with how the gameplay is designed, actually makes it super relaxing. That's not to say that there's no skill aspect to the game though. I died so many times when playing this game, and it is quite challenging to progress through the waves, but it's super rewarding and satisfactory when you do manage to do it. Now this game consists of 5 waves, and something I do like about this game is that once you make it through one of the waves, that checkpoint is saved and you do not have to go back and redo it. But within each wave there's 5 or 6 mini waves, and those are pretty challenging to get through. Each wave also has its own unique boss fight, and they get progressively more challenging. If you do like these arcade style shooters and you're looking for something to spice up that genre, this is absolutely the game for you. I'd highly recommend you go check it out. I had a ton of fun playing it. Alright, moving on to our number 2 spot, we have a game called The Mainframe by Jayol. I really hope I'm saying your name right, but I'm probably not. This is a 3D puzzle game where you have to drive around as a robot, connect and disconnect different power cords, and eventually provide power to the item that's at the end of each level. But here's the catch. The robot is also powered by a cord that connects to the wall, and that cord plays into the puzzle somehow, but you always have to connect that cord last because if you disconnect it from yourself, the robot will run out of battery and die immediately. This game is very fun and rewarding, and actually quite challenging at times, but once you complete each level, it's super satisfactory. The game is quite short with only 5 or 6 levels until you reach the end, which I must say is pretty epic. A giant trophy lights up. I read on the itch.io page that the game developer is planning on revisiting and adding more levels, and I can't wait till that happens, but in the meantime I'd highly recommend you all go check it out. Alright, moving on to our number 1 spot, we have a game called Death is Necessary by Martum Dev. This is a 2D puzzle platformer where death is necessary. Now you play through this 2D puzzle platformer as a big rectangular box, which may sound uncreative at first until you hear this. When you die, your body stays in place and becomes a platform that you can use to complete the level. It's a super creative game mechanic, and kudos to Martum for coming up with that idea. So for each level you're given a finite number of lives, and you have to use them well and die in specific spots so that you're able to get to the end of the level. The levels become increasingly harder as you go, and I wasn't able to complete the game, but I am definitely planning on going back and completing it sometime, and I highly recommend you all go check it out. As you guys know, on this channel, I love seeing a creative take on a well-covered genre, and Martum Dev has smashed it out of the park with this platformer. If you're gonna check out just one of these games, I'd highly recommend you make it this one, because it is the best game of the day. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. If you have watched this far and you got some value, make sure to hit that like button and share it with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have ideas for my 200 subscriber celebration, put them in the comments down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.